Hey everybody, how's it going out there? I hope you're all having a great time interval. It's just now getting started here, obviously, since nobody's tuned in yet. Uh, yeah. So this time out, oh wait, hold on, don't, almost forgot that part. Oh come on. Um, oh, right, it's that. Okay. Yeah, okay, so, this session, our primary goal is going to be to get excuse me, to get the Mega part of the console intro done. Especially creating the sample. That is the main goal. I'm not positive I am going to have the energy to do both things this session because I suddenly realized that I scheduled this stream for to happen during one of my regular sleep intervals. So I'm a little low energy. Audio is simple as well. Creating samples is easy. Coding is not super hard since I've done samples a lot, but at the same time, I just want to manage expectations here. There's a real good chance I am not going to have the energy to carry on past creating the sample. This is, since we're working with audio today, this is going to mean that the music stream is going to get turned off, a lot of it, while we work. Okay. This particular song is a little bit loud. I hope you guys can hear me over it. I have got some things in place that should hopefully help with that. The other thing that I've done is switched over to just revealing the whole desktop so that you guys can see so you guys can, so that I don't have to pay as much attention to what window I'm in at any given time, because that's actually causing a lot of trouble for, as you guys probably noticed in the previous streams, I keep forgetting to switch in OBS to the various stuff, and I just need to simplify this. It's, the old school privacy freak in me really does not care too much for sharing my entire desktop, but I'll get over it. This is going to make this go a lot smoother. Something else, yeah, well, let's see here. I just wanted to let everybody know that I do have non-Mega65 projects that I work on as well. I will not be streaming about those, but that will take some of my time. Yeah, if you like what I do, not just on the stream, but if you like my games, if you appreciate, the demos, the effort that I put forth, etc., and would like to support me, you can join my Patreon and become a patron over at patreon.com/deathyBAS. And I think that's about it for the intro. So let's go ahead and get started on the sample. The first thing we're going to need to do is just create the recording of me saying or singing the sample. This is not it's not going to require me to necessarily hit the notes exactly, because the intent is to use a vocoder so that it will sound like a robot voice, something along those lines. Not real sure where we're going to end up with there. So we already did basically the Mega65 version of this part. Oh, nope. I need to turn desktop audio on. Hopefully, I remember to turn that off when I start the music back up. But yeah, this part's of course done. Yeah. So that leaves. So that is, it looks like about 2 seconds. So let's go ahead and we're gonna we're gonna start in a high sampling rate because it's a lot easier to downsample than to upsample. We might, it ain't gonna matter. The output isn't even going to be coming from this sample, but I want the vocoder to have as much data as possible to work with. We don't need stereo because it's a recording of a mic. Let's see. I'm going to want to take the input from the Logitech mic. Yeah, okay. All right, well, here goes nothing. Mega. Oh, shoot. It was armed but not recording. Dang it, that felt like a good take to me. Well, and looks like somebody has joined us. Hello, glad to have you here. Let's try this again. Mega, mega. Yeah, no, that's no. Let's try that again. Oh, okay. Mega. It's a little too long, but I think that's easy enough to fix. So it starts Mega. Mega. That's not a great recording, but alright. Yeah, it looks like I came really close to the correct length of it. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and just keep all of it. Uh, where's the crop? Uh, and, all right, go. Oh, we need to do some uh, leveling. Let's try that. Mega. Oops. I need to. My headset was down a little low. Mega. All right. Let's need to clean it up just a little bit. Seems to have. It's just a bit of wind. Mega. Oh, that's a bit aggressive, isn't it? Let's try the light. Mega. Alright, that'll do. Okay, and then we will give it a uniform loudness. Mega. That should be good enough for feeding to a vocoder. Let's go ahead and here it needs better fade at the end, probably at the beginning as well. Yeah, looks like. So we'll take it to about here. Meeegaaa. Still some noise though. Let's see here. Meeegaaa. 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 Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, now that probably affected the loudness. Yes, it did. Okay. Meeegaaa. Okay, so now we want to export this. Export it as a 32-bit wave, which obviously is extreme overkill if this were what we intended to include with the intro itself, but that's not what's going on here, so it's all good. Yeah, go. Yeah. Uh, right. Okay, that should be good. I'm not even positive that we can play 32-bit samples on the Mega65, but I don't think it would be a good idea in any case. So, whatever. So we're done with that part. Now we need to jump to, excuse me, Hamilton. Now, fair warning here. I almost always get the vocoder's inputs backwards when I first do it. So, yeah. Yes. You crashed the last time we were here. I know. Sample in. It's coming from here. That's Meeegaaa. Oh no. Oops. Okay. Oh, right. Well, now I wonder what happened there. It was looking pretty exactly 2 seconds long in here, wasn't it? No, it got something. Huh, it got longer in there somehow. I mean, it's a fractional amount, but it got longer. Huh, who cares? Not important. We can go the slightest bit over. It won't hurt anything. Um, okay, so we're not actually. Yeah. No, I guess we need to start experimenting just a little bit with the what sound we're going to use the um, for the vocoder. So let's go ahead and load up Massive. Can also try Serum if this doesn't work. Let's take a look at some brass. That's a little bit too. Not doesn't have enough of a hardcore feel to it. I'm kind of no. Brass may not be the answer here. Let's try. I'm not really feeling any of these. Let's see here. Well, the other thing I'm going to need to do, I need to yank in this part. I need to get rid of the initial part since we're doing that in SID. Yeah, it looks like the timing will work out okay. Actually, huh. Right. Okay. Oh, crap. That's definitely not right. Okay. Okay, well, that's better. And finally, oh, eyes. Okay. Alright, all the chords are in there. Just, no, dang it. Let's try that again, shall we? Huh. Okay. What's going on there? Hmm. Alright. Let's see. Definitely don't have it in. So. Hmm. Alright, I think that should have it then. Let's see here. This one. Oh, no, maybe not. Hmm. Alright, so. Then maybe it would be easier if I just go ahead and do it like by. We want to set to track in. We're going to a cutoff. Let's see, this should theoretically work. Let's see. Meeegaaa. Okay. Alright. Now we can kill that. There's a lot of dead air on that last part, but okay. Oops, we want to mute that. Now let's try. Theoretically, I can also use Sid Step maybe, but I kinda want something that sound that well, since we're using the sample anyway. No, that's not it. That's it ain't a pad. It's definitely not a pad. Okay, I kind of like that. Let's see if I can get that working with a vocoder, shall we? Audio effects. Oh, I forget where the vocoder is. It's modulators. Modulators. No? Okay. Yes. External. That. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Not what I was looking for, but that's interesting. Let's try that one. Hmm. I think that's what I want for the vocoder settings, but yes, it's probably not going to work. That one sounds pretty funny. All right, but yeah, not what we're looking for. Oh. Hmm. Let's try format -5, shall we? Yeah, we want more of the sound. Excuse me. Probably don't need that. Probably don't need that. Let's try it with a lot fewer bands. No. Let's see. Let's clip it really bad, isn't it? Still clipping really bad. So, dang. Clipping really bad. Huh. I wonder, I think this is maybe what I was talking about with me using it the wrong way. Let's try that. That is how a vocoder should sound. Okay. Sample's not great, but at least we're in the right ballpark now. That. So let's try back to some of the stuff we had earlier. That's the one that did not do, it was monophonic, so. All right, what about the 8-bit cycle? Ooh. That sounds really cool. Uh, oh boy, I'm really feeling this one. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, this is. Hmm. Oh boy. Too many options. Too many options. This is hard. This is really hard. Let's try. Oh, that's exactly what I was looking for. Oh, that's that. However, let's now to experiment a little bit with. Let's try coming in here first and bump it up an octave. Do another octave. No, that's too much. Okay, so let's try expanding the chord. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really liking that. Ah, I'm thinking that I might still experiment a little bit with sound, so analog-esque is the boy that let's try fiddling with the bands. Huh. That was not the one I. Yeah. Okay, I think that's probably good for that. Now let's just for giggles try a few different sounds. Uh, okay, that is cool. Nope. Okay. I will definitely try the one labeled C64. Oh, I like. I mean, it's off key, but it sounds cool. No, that one's not polyphonic. Too dirty. Too dirty a lead. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool, isn't it? All right, maybe we should check out some pads, huh? Oh, okay. I'm kind of need a fast. Actually, I guess I could. Yeah, let's. Where is? Yes, here we go. We want a much faster. Ooh, that's so sweet. Oh man, yeah. Okay, so maybe pads is what we need here, huh? Not that one though. Ooh, that's a little too hard. All right. You know what? Let's come over here. Let's try that 64 lead again. Let's turn off. Nah. Okay. Definitely too soft. All right. This one. Oh, that started to hurt at the end, didn't it? Da, da, da. Hmm. Okay, I like the ending of it, but what about something really crazy? Let's try this, shall we? Yeah, yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? Oh, I see what's going on here. Yeah, and turn my volume up a little bit. Hmm. Yeah, turn mine off on Buzzsaw. It's okay. Oops. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm still thinking the pads sounded the coolest. And you know what? Pads are really not Serum strong suits, so let's go try Massive again, shall we? Huh. Okay. Oh, right. Uh, this. Let's go to that. No. Right. So that's what's going on. We lost our. Yeah, that ain't it. Oh, Alaska. Gotta try that one, don't I? Hey, Sauce. I hope I didn't murder your name too much. I am. I'll just show you real quick here. Yeah, what I've got is I'm working on a console style intro that we can put in front of any productions we make for the Mega65. This will be released completely public domain. Um, you'll even be able to go so far as to use if you use Xmizer, you'll be able to even put it in front of basic procs. And it looks, and what we've got so far is this. So what I'm creating right now is the sample for what will play after that, because obviously I am impersonating the Sega startup. So we got, that sounds like shit. Let me get something up that actually doesn't sound terrible, shall we? Yeah, there we go. Nope, that one does sound terrible. Surely. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now, is basically just working on the sample, and I'm using a vocoder um, so that I can sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I'm using a vocoder because it sounds cool. How could I lose track of that thought? Because it sounds awesome. Because it sounds better. I will show you briefly here. Yeah, without the vocoder, this is what we got. Meeegaaa. Yeah, that's just me. It's not even really in key. I wasn't trying because since I intended to use the vocoder, I I got sound. I got that, but I only made basically what I needed it to be. But what about there's where is it? Is it the organ? No. Hmm? Well, maybe we'll try a bass. God, there's this really excellent sound that I use in most of my uh, and most when I'm prototyping the song before I've made it into a SID tune. I use I have a kind of a standard set of instruments that I like to use, but I don't remember what the heck was it here. Yeah, I guess it was Bill and Tails. Yep, not so much for this though, is it? And of course, Senf, if you really, really like one of them as I'm experimenting, and I definitely want your opinion on this. Oh, that's okay. It's a little bit too. It loses too much, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think organ's going to be the way forward on this one. Let's try some electric pianos. Yeah, that's not bad. But I still kind of like some of the more hardcore sounds I've had in that. What about a nice DX? Doesn't quite manage to stay in tune, does it? Da, 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 da. It's funky. All right, fine. Let's go ahead and follow what I was basically. I was worried about um, how a bass would sound, but let's actually try it. Where do I? I'm sure this is mono. Yeah, where do I turn off mono? Uh, Pitch. Uh, yeah, I've not worked with Massive X nearly as much as other versions. Where's is it voicing, polyphony? Yeah, no, that's really not doing it either. Uh, a little too high pitched, maybe. Yeah. That one's a little too quiet. Yeah, basically, whatever it is, it has to have a long. Basically, it needs to sustain indefinitely. Yeah? Alright, I'll go back to that in just a second. Oh, okay. Let's turn this one into. Oh, that one's kind of sounding almost spot on, I think, for the sound I was going. Well, what I was imagining. Okay, so Bassoon X, we need to remember that one. And let's see here, we were in the bowed strings, I think. And it was Bow Squad? I don't think that was the one that. Yeah, that I think was the high pitched one. That was Bright Super Strings. And the. Oh dear. Let's track where I was again. It was in Reed Instruments, and it was Bassoon X, and I had to turn on Poly. Hmm. Hmm. What if come in here? Expand that chord again, yeah. Try that. Oh no. Hmm. Oops. Oh, we're voices probably here. Uh, let's give it a lot more polyphony, shall we? Hmm. Yeah, that is the downside to the vocoder. What I may end up having to do. Let's switch back for now to the bright superstrings. And come over here, and we'll set this to less dry. Maybe turn up the sensitivity. Uh, well, I'm already doing the. Oh, well, because this is supposed to sound like a old Sega system stuff. Let me basically the old Sega system, it used to go, and then it would go, Sega. So that's kind of what I'm trying to impersonate here is, kind of a bit of a joke on that. Don't know that this is going to. I think without paying a professional choir, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get. Basically, by using a vocoder, I'm not positive we're going to be able to actually get the M very well pronounced because M is just not something that has strong performance. We can try turning the bands back up again. Well, it doesn't seem to make a difference, does it? Yeah. Uh, oh, I'm out of influenced, I guess. Yeah, I think that's about as good as we're going to be able to get that. Um, so, just for giggles, let's take a look at a few other sounds, though. Yeah, that one loses a lot, doesn't it? Okay, that one sounds awesome. It is not remotely what I think works, but it sounds awesome. Hmm. That portamento kind of ruins that one. Huh. Okay, well, now I find myself tempted to want to actually use more than one. Let's see how that sounds, shall we? Oh, yeah, we can also need to duplicate that. Come on. There we go. So this one needs to take from 4. 3. We'll try merging it with that, the bright superstring. See how that sounds. I like the mix. I'm not sure whether that is quite the sound, though. Hmm. That's without. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well now that I got two layers though, let's see what happens if we hit it with some of the serum ones that I liked as well, shall we? There we go. Well, that's doesn't do much, does it? Yeah, I'm not sure that the second one is going to work or not. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm going to simplify that back down. Oh, chalice was not what I wanted. Hmm. Now, I start to think that I've duplicated the core too many layers. So let's go back to the original. Go. Yeah, okay, this is going to be in. Okay. Oh, it's not sounding at all the same, is it? Huh, it looks like there's a pitch bend in there that didn't get picked up. Oh, right. Oh, it should be. Oh, that's right. Forgot about the fact that, yeah, okay, that should fix that problem. Okay. Righto. Um, try that read without all of that layering. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, that's right. What I had found is that I needed to bump the octave up even if I wasn't going to. Yeah, I think the bright superstrings might be the key there. Let's try now that now that uh, sorry, now that we got it dialed in a little bit more. Yeah, need to shrink the point, set the cutoff. Alright, so now with fewer notes playing on each, let's try using two different sound effects again, shall we? So now that I think I'm feeling pretty good about the super strings for the upper part. Let's see what happens if we give it a soothe the lower part. I like the addition of the bassoon and the bright super strings with fewer notes without the chords stacked so much. So yeah, I think we might have a winner here. Let's go ahead and get that exported. Nice. Okay. Sure it's mono, because stereo's not gonna. Well, we can't really. We need to keep this small. I'm also gonna have to downsample it a fair bit. Don't super high uh, sampling rate. So, here. Okay. Let's go ahead and save this just in case we want to change it later. Let's see what that looks like in the spectrum. Oh, yeah, okay. And we'll hit it with make it louder. Get it to optimum. To dither it. And I think that's it for the sound effect. So you weren't here for the very beginning of the stream, but I am a little bit low energy right now, so I had figured creating the sample was all I was really going to get to during this stream. I may stream again sometime within the next 24 hours, I imagine. Hopefully less, and get this actually into the intro. Uh, I'll start by getting the sample reduced and all of that. But yeah, I think that's it for this session. I really appreciate you joining me, Synth. Um, yeah, so here we are at the end. These are my patrons. I would especially like to thank Falcon and Sparehead. They are super cool people. And yeah, if you'd like to support me on Patreon and uh, oh yeah, well hey, Senf, you have yourself a great day, and we will chat with you later. Sorry, yeah, I was in the middle of something. Yeah, if you want to be a patron, um, both here or viewing in the reruns, as I said at the beginning, go ahead and check out patreon.com/deathybas, and yeah, I guess that's everything. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Thank you. Yeah, you almost made it, Ventress. Just you beat the closing door by probably about 30 seconds. Um, uh, yeah. So thank you again to everybody watching this, and I think the next session we're probably gonna get the console like intro finished, and or at the very least the intro itself, and then we'll fiddle about with whatever DMA stuff we need to make it work. For the first test, what I'll do is tack it on to, oh, okay, all right. Ventress has been here, but I was too busy to check. Uh, where was that? Yeah, so the step after just getting it into the intro will be to make it work with whatever app anybody would want to attach it to, and I will do that by first attaching it to Unicode, and probably won't do it on session, but then I will also attach it to Classy, and I will update those out on the file host so that so that it's out there. So yeah, thanks everybody. You guys have a great one, and we will catch you soon. Bye.